I'm joined now by Joey Young, International Missions Coordinator for North Monroe Baptist Church, and he's here to tell us about a sportsman's banquet. Joey, thank you so much for joining us, Pastor Young.
Thank you for having me.
And so another inaugural event, the Sportsman's Banquet. What is the date of the event and what's going to be taking place?
Well, our event's dated September the 15th. Our doors will open at 5:30, expect probably to be through about 9:30. We're having our first annual Sportsman's Banquet in an attempt to raise money for international missions. North Monroe Baptist Church is currently working in about 15 different countries, and we just have a number of things that we would like to see to be able to do.
What are some of your international missions, Pastor Young?
Well, one of the things that we do is we have sewing ministry, and we put sewing ministries in multiple countries. For instance, in a country in Africa, we do a lot of work in East Africa, in Rwanda, Uganda, Burundi, Kenya, those areas. And so if a lady who learns how to sew, if she can produce a product, then if she can sell that product for about $8, that's a week's wage for her, and she can support her family. And so a lot of the ladies that we work with are husbandless. They do not have husbands, but they have children they're trying to support. So this gives us an opportunity to be able to put sewing machines in their area. And a lot of the places we work don't have electricity, so we put that old foot pedal type sewing machine that your grandma probably used.
Yeah.
And so they learn how to sew. Also, while they're learning how to sew, we share the gospel message with them, and we've seen a number of these women come to Christ. Of course, that and their family also does.
$8 a week to feed their family. We can't even eat on that on a day.
It's
That's
hard
amazing.
to imagine. It is. Another thing that we're currently doing is we're helping put together training facilities. North Monroe supports two missions which are orphanages. We have one in Rwanda. We have about 45 children. During the height of COVID, the government in Rwanda asked if we would take and help take care of some of the children that had been orphaned as a result of the genocide or possibly as a result of COVID. And so we stepped up and we've helped. We're taking care of those children. We've done that for the last 2 years. And then in this past year, in the nation of Myanmar/Burma, you may be aware, most people probably aren't, there's been a civil war ongoing there. The former president has been arrested and she's been put in prison, and so a military has taken over. They've taken over control of that. Well, in the process of that, there's a genocide going on in what's called the Chin State, and we were there in 2020, just about the time COVID broke. Basically everything that we saw in terms of homes, churches, buildings, all of that has been destroyed. So we got word that a number of the children had fled into the jungle. They're actually living in caves, and there's some adults that have been taking care of them. So we stepped up and we were able to build a shelter for them to live in. We have a school that we provide for them, and we have about 35 out of 100 children. It's difficult to be able to move those children due to what's going on within the country, but we were able to help support that. And so that's the type things that we're doing internationally. Primarily, like I say, I can tell you the countries that we work in. We work in Dominican Republic. We do work in Honduras. We do work in Rwanda, Burundi, Uganda, also in Kenya. I'll be in Cuba later this year. We're headed to the Republic of Georgia to do some work. So we're just kind of, we've had the opportunity. God's opened the door for us to do a lot of things and go a lot of different places. And as He does, every time He does, we need more money to be able to help support some of these ministries and do these things.
You've made a huge difference worldwide, and we are out of time, Pastor Young, but how can we get more information on the Sportsman's Banquet?
You can go to northmonroe.com, and all the information will be there for you under the event section.
It's going to be a great event. There's lots of auction items and supporting a very, very worthwhile cause. Thank you so much, Pastor Young, for coming on this show. It's great to have you.
Thank you for having me.